Police in Connecticut are calling it one of the most inhumane crimes they've ever seen. 56-year-old Kimberly Sullivan is accused of imprisoning her stepson for 20 years.
She allegedly denied him medical and dental care and then fed him just enough to keep him alive. Tony Aiello has some new information from today's police update.
Waterbury police say this 1886 farmhouse hid a terrible secret. Even the next-door neighbor had no idea. A starving man was allegedly locked in a room, imprisoned inside, from age 11.
If I was out here cutting grass or doing my chores, if he were just in that window and knocked on the glass and asked for help, obviously I would have helped.
Investigators believe stepmother Kimberly Sullivan had some kind of psychological control over the victim and perhaps over her husband, the victim's father, Craig Sullivan, who died last year. The victim was rescued after a fire last month, which police say he deliberately set.
He lit that fire knowing he could very well die, but he'd been locked in that room for 20 years, and for 20 years he's been trying to get out of that room.
The arrest warrant full of heartbreaking detail. The man said he was fed just 2 small sandwiches a day and felt hunger, quote, all day, every day, my entire life. He said his father and step-siblings knew of his ordeal, quote, I have been kept a secret my entire life. However, Kimberly Sullivan did list him as a dependent in a 2007 bankruptcy filing. Her lawyer says she denies any wrongdoing.
He was not locked in a room. She did not restrain him in any way. She provided food.
Police believe the abuse began in 2005 when the victim was a 3rd grader at Barnard School. Teachers alerted child welfare because the victim often begged for food.
Our officers went to the house. The house was clean. It was lived in. They spoke to the victim at that point in time, and there were no cause for any alarm or any conditions that existed that would have led officers to believe anything other than a normal childhood.
Police are reviewing how the case was handled after the boy stopped attending school.
The victim told police he taught himself how to read using a dictionary, and his only contact with the outside world was a radio. He liked to listen to UConn basketball games. He is being carefully nursed back to health. He weighed just 68 pounds when he was rescued. In Waterbury, Tony Aiello, CBS News, New York.
The victim told police that before his father died, he would sometimes be allowed outside to do chores or watch TV. His stepmother is now charged with kidnapping and assault. She was released on $300,000 bail and is required to wear an ankle monitor.